Okay, so before we start, I need you to lower your expectations of humanity real quick. Like basement level. Because today's story involves a 2-year relationship, a secret girlfriend, a kidney pretending to be a uterus, and a grown man on his knees crying in a parking lot. Yeah. Buckle up. This story comes to us from a woman who, and I cannot stress this enough, told her boyfriend, repeatedly, "I hate cheaters, my whole family has been destroyed by betrayal. Please, for the love of God, do not do this to me." He did it anyway. Some men hear a red flag and think it's a parade. What's up? Welcome back to Reddit Rewind, the channel where we take the internet's messiest, most unhinged, most wait she did what stories and give them the dramatic reading they deserve. If you're new here, welcome to the chaos. We don't judge, we just narrate. Hit subscribe if you like stories where karma shows up wearing a fake ultrasound printout, because that is exactly what's happening today. Let's get into it. So our girl, let's call her Mia, dates a guy named Jason for 2 years. Normal relationship. Vacations, memes, the whole thing. Except Jason had a hobby. And that hobby was a second girlfriend he was seeing on the side for an entire year. A full year, guys. That's long enough to grow a beard, train for a marathon, or in his case, live an entire double life. Mia starts noticing the classic signs. Phone face down, working late, vibes just off. And then the way she actually finds out, not from a friend, not from a slip text, from Instagram. Some random girl posts a cute little dinner photo. Candles, wine, the whole aesthetic. And Mia looks at the table in the background and goes, "Wait, I know that table. That's his dining table. Ma'am, detective work like that deserves a badge." So she slides into this girl's DMs like a woman on a mission, and the girl, let's call her Chloe, does not take it well. Chloe full-on threatens to fight her, calls her a mistress, tells her nothing is going to break up her and Jason. They're basically soulmates, this is written in the stars, etc., etc. Meanwhile, Jason, the actual cheater in this story, hears about this and gets mad. Mia, for interfering. Sir, you have 2 girlfriends. You do not get to be the victim here. And Chloe starts blowing up Mia's phone all week trying to figure out what's going on with her gift from God. Which, respectfully, is one of the more delusional nicknames I've heard for a man who is currently juggling 2 relationships like a part-time circus act. Part 3B. The funny beat, 3:30 to 4 o'clock. Now here's where it gets unhinged. And I need you to appreciate the craft here. Mia decides, nope, new plan. And a week later, she sends Jason a photo of a positive pregnancy test and an ultrasound of her kidney. I need you to understand. She did not have a spare uterus lying around for props. She grabbed the nearest medical scan she owned and said, "This'll do." The man is out here staring at what is essentially a picture of an organ that filters blood, sobbing, thinking he's looking at his unborn child. Somewhere a radiologist is very confused about why this image went viral in a group chat. She tells him she's pregnant. She's crying. She says she wants an abortion. But in her country it's expensive and she needs money to do it. Now, quick pause, because right after this is where the story takes a turn nobody saw coming. And honestly, it's the most savage part of the whole thing. Before we get there, if you're the type who needs to know how this ends before you go do your own thing, smash that subscribe button right now so you don't miss part 2 of this saga, because trust me, it gets so much worse for Jason. Okay, let's continue. So while Jason is spiraling over the pregnancy, Chloe is still texting Mia non-stop trying to figure out what's happening. And Mia, genius move, doesn't confirm anything. She just says, "Look, the only thing I need from him is money he owes me. And I have a medical procedure I need to handle because of him. That's it. No details. Just enough to make Chloe's imagination do the rest." And Chloe's imagination did not disappoint. Within days, she's convinced something is very wrong. The soulmate narrative is collapsing in real time, and the relationship between her and Jason falls apart completely. Meanwhile, every time Jason lashes out at Mia, and he does a lot, she doesn't hold back either. She knew this man for 2 years. She knew his trauma, and she used every bit of it. Was it below the belt? Absolutely. Was it effective? Also absolutely. 1 week. That's how long it took. 1 week for the second relationship to implode and for Jason to hand over the money for the abortion. And then the final scene. They meet up one last time and Jason, the same man who spent a year secretly dating someone else, gets on his knees, crying, begging her to keep the baby, says he'll do things right this time. Sir, there is no baby. There has never been a baby. You are on your knees for a kidney. Fast forward a few weeks, and word gets back that Jason's now in therapy and has apparently sworn off dating entirely. Mia says she doesn't regret it, just wishes she'd taken it further. Reportedly considered sending him a few surprise doorstep visitors and signing him up for every subscription box known to mankind. Iconic energy, slightly concerning, we respect it. And that's the story. Moral of the story, according to Mia herself: don't cheat on your girlfriend. Simple as that. What do you think? Was this justice or did she go full villain arc? Drop your verdict in the comments. I want to see the discourse. If you enjoyed this one, make sure you're subscribed to Reddit Rewind so you don't miss the next unhinged story, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Victory hand.